What's going on, guys? I'm in the shop today. We're working on the dually. Project might be cut short, kind of sucks. Everywhere's closed and my bottle is almost empty on the welder. You can see it's reading nothing, which is bullshit because this is a brand new freaking bottle. Anyways, working on the C-notch. There's the new one. There's the old one. So it's much bigger. Here's the parts to this side. It's coming out pretty decent. I cut all this by hand, made it out of cardboard, and then, yeah, fitted it up here. So one thing that I have to say is obviously you guys can see it's not centered over the axle, which I'm not worried about that. It doesn't need to be perfect. I was gonna cut out the old stuff on the inside, but I think I might leave it. It's not really in the way of anything. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to put a bar across here like this. You see what I'm saying? So I want a bar like that that goes across, and I couldn't do that because these were too short. The differential housing would have hit it. So I built these taller ones. They seem to be a bit better. Like I said, they're much taller. The old ones are 3 inches thick, like this way. These are 3.5. And then I think I'm just gonna weld them into what's already there. So I don't really see a reason to make it bigger, if that makes any sense. So what we're gonna start doing is we're gonna start tacking this guy into place, getting him all set. Then we'll hopefully get this one on, get him tacked in, and then maybe we can tack in that bar. And then maybe I'll TIG weld these tops and the sides, like whatever I can easily. But I want to weld in here, so we'll have to get the MIG machine going because I want to weld like all in here as much as I can, everywhere I can. Down in here, down in there, on the other side. Same thing over here. I want to do that on all the spots. That way this is as strong as it can possibly be. Weld all up in there, everything that we can. I just want this to be nice and strong and not have any issues. Currently, the reason, looking at this moon, the reason that little bar is there, you can probably see it better over here. That bar right there was with just these C-notches, you could jack up the back and it would do this number. It would like bend at the C-notch. Step notch, whatever you want to call it. So anyways, let's go ahead and do some tacking. I'm gonna move the welders over here because we've been plasma cutting like crazy. I'm gonna move it all the way the frick around that we can plug it in over here to 220. So I'm gonna work on that. All right, I gotta walk around the truck. Let's see how it goes. Too hot. It's been about a week. Let me fix this. Since that last clip. So I don't exactly know what the last thing that we talked about was, but here's these things. They look decent. I'm pretty happy. We're going to build the back panel here. So to do that, we're going to get a piece of cardboard. We're going to cut out what we can and then put that in. So I'm going to show you guys how I did that. And yeah, we'll do that real quick. Okay. As you can see, I used some of Levi's construction paper. I'm looking for a Sharpie. Use some of Levi's construction paper. I built a rough outline. Then I just slowly trimmed it until I could get it around that pipe. So I just slowly trimmed and trimmed and trimmed until it fit around there pretty good. I'm happy with it. So now I'm just going to take this and mark all the way up. And we can mark across, right? And then this side. So now we cut that out. And we should have a pretty good template. So it looks pretty much like a perfect fit. All right, so here's the plate. I just did this little tack. Now, something that I forget this every freaking time. When you're doing this, it's a lot easier to go from the top down than it is from the bottom up. I always want to go bottom up, but top down. Bottom up does this stupid bubble thing, but if you go top down, it actually looks pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and weld this thing in here. I'm gonna push up against here, tack it on, and then we'll do the same down here, get all that tacked on, and it should be pretty good. All right, ready? I need my glove, it's hot. Can you hear me? All right, so there's the plate. Looks pretty good. It's all welded down here, welded all the way up, across, down, around there at the two bottoms. So it looks pretty good. And then I went ahead and burned in these pipes here. So all that's nice and solid. This is the truck. The axle's at the aired out amount right now. So yeah, everything looks really good so far. So we just got to build this side, build the two front ones, and weld all that stuff in. So we're gonna work on this one, get this done, and then tomorrow we'll come and we'll knock out the front two. And what I'm gonna do, I've been on the fence about if I'm going to cut out the old notch or not. What I think I'm going to do is I don't think I'm going to cut it out. I think I'm going to cut it part way out. Just that way there's a little more clearance everywhere. Mostly back here, this side. We'll probably cut it pretty close. And then probably, I don't know, an inch up here. And then pretty close over there. Same thing over here. The axle's just real tight inside this little notch. So this big notch should help tremendously with making everything better. But yeah, this is turning out really good. I'm pretty happy with it. And then we'll eventually cut out the spot for the bed. The bed will get set on here, and then we'll use sheet metal to rebuild the step. But yeah, looking good. All right, guys. Last part here, finally. I got these cut. See that one and this one. I'm gonna go ahead and weld them in, and then we're gonna call C-notch, step notch, part 1 done. So let me go ahead and weld these up. Okay, so we're all done. Here it is. Turned out pretty good, I think. Probably end up cutting some back there out. I'm not real sure, but for the most part, it looks pretty good. What do you think, Ray? Does it look good?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. We'll see you guys next time. You want to tell them bye?
Bye.
Say bye. Can you wave? See you guys next time.
I love you.
I love you.